All eyes are on the tropics as a system down south starts to develop.
And it appears to be getting bigger today. What does that mean for us? Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, we continue to watch the tropics where a system is trying to organize.
Here in the Suncoast, as you can see, clouds starting to roll in after a mostly clear day here on the Suncoast. There's some dark clouds looking over downtown Sarasota. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with our update tonight.
That's right. Bigger isn't necessarily better either when it comes to these tropical systems. And we saw the rain too out there in downtown Sarasota. That's starting to increase. That's associated with the sea breeze front. And this is associated with a tropical low developing. Now we have to watch this very closely. Right now, it's so close to land that we're not too concerned of it developing into a tropical depression or storm at this time. But still, some upper level winds continue to move it to the east as far as the storms go. But notice how the explosion of storms occurred today. That means the pressures may be dropping and things becoming a little bit better organized as far as this tropical low or subtropical low is expected to develop. The chances have really increased and the low pressure is there now just off the Yucatan Peninsula. 60% chance of it developing over the next 5 days. A new advisory will come out from the Hurricane Center at 8 o'clock this evening with possibly higher chances. I think it may. Computer forecast models believe in two different ideas here. One is taking it more toward Florida. That's bad for us. And one more toward Louisiana. That's good. That's the European model. This is the American model. We're going for the Europeans, or at least we're hoping for that. This is, again, what's going to be at Sunday. But, again, these models are showing this activity moving to the eastern portion of the Gulf of Mexico. If that happens, our rain could be rather heavy on Saturday night, and into Sunday morning. Right now, it doesn't appear it's going to be a big windstorm. That's never been the problem. But heavy rain is certainly a problem for us here along the West Coast. Back to you guys.
All right, Bob, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. While the Sarasota County School District is full steam ahead, working to create its own police force, the Sarasota County Sheriff is moving in his own direction when it comes to school safety.
Sheriff Tom Knight is hiring school resource deputies, despite the fact district officials say they won't need them. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office tonight to explain what the mix-up here is. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, Sarasota County Schools already has 30 officer positions posted for the new police department that they're forming. But Sheriff Tom Knight is also moving forward with hiring 14 additional school resource deputies, the two entities appearing to not be on the same page.
It's good to know that we have support in the event that we aren't able to hire, should we need it.
Sarasota County Schools has already posted 30 positions to make up its brand new police force. Positions including a chief, command staff, and officers.
We've had, last check, 24 applicants for the chief of police, 26 for the sergeant position, so demand is strong.
The district is confident the new department will be up and running before the start of the new school year in August. However, Sheriff Tom Knight is still hiring 14 school resource deputies, or what he calls SRD-2s.
Specifically picked up the phone and called them after our last school board meeting just to make sure that we were on the same page, that we had not entered into a contract for SRD-2s, and it was not our intent to enter into a contract with SRD-2s.
According to the Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Tom Knight believes it's in the best interest of the community to continue recruiting these deputies in case the school district changes its mind or in case local charter schools need school resource deputies.
We're embarking on uncharted territories as a school district, evaluating, creating and implementing an internal law enforcement agency within the district. It brings me a level of ease in the event that the district is unable to achieve the benchmarks that they have set forth.
These deputies would work approximately 1,500 hours per school year. That includes training time and will be making a salary of $23.50 per hour. That means each school resource deputy would make about $35,156 per year. The sheriff plans to hire 14 of these deputies, which means the total bill for taxpayers is about $492,184. And according to the sheriff's office, there is no plan in place in terms of what the department will do with the school resource deputies if they're not used in schools. I talked to school board member Shirley Brown earlier today. She was with Sheriff Tom Knight at an event. She said the two talked about planning a meeting to talk with law enforcement and school district just to make sure they're all on the same page. However, no date has been set yet. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Jess, thank you. A loaded gun on Bayshore High School's campus is prompting the Manatee County School District to enforce new security rules earlier than planned. Yesterday, a 10th grader was found with a loaded handgun tucked into his waistband. That teen is now facing charges, but because of that incident, Bayshore High School students were not allowed to bring backpacks to school today, and each student was required to go through a metal detector as they entered school grounds. Starting tomorrow, all middle and high schools in Manatee County are banning backpacks and will also have random metal detector screenings.
We're ramping up security measures, and we take those kind of increased precautions if events warrant it.
As a final measure of safety, the Manatee County School District says armed law enforcement officers are present on all campuses for the rest of the school year, including elementary schools.
New developments in the case of a Braden River High School student who says she was embarrassed by staff members after she did not wear a bra to school. The school district replying to the ACLU's complaint in a formal letter today, saying that although they agree the matter should have been handled differently, there was a dress code violation. The district will also change the language of the dress code policy to prevent future misunderstandings. The district also denied the ACLU's allegations that students' right to protest were infringed, saying there was in fact a protest that took place without consequence to the students. The district letter said in part the school district of Manatee County will ensure full and complete compliance with all federal and state laws. Still to come in your Suncoast News, how federal funding could affect your cybersecurity in this year's upcoming election.
Plus, we're digging deeper into some of the Suncoast's most popular myths, from a hurricane blessing to the Florida skunk ape.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, Governor Rick Scott rushing state officials to get a $19 million federal grant to Florida. That money will go towards protecting the state's election systems from a cyber attack this November. Yesterday, the Secretary of State said that money wouldn't make it in time for the 2018 election. Typically, Florida legislators would need to approve the federal dollars, but the governor says we can't afford to wait. Sarasota County's Supervisor of Elections says voters can rest assured that the necessary precautions have already been taken to protect their information.
We've had Homeland Security site visit in Sarasota County where they've been to the elections office in Sarasota County, working with us, working with our state partners. So we're doing everything we can to be proactive as far as election security is concerned.
This includes cyber firewalls, encryption, limited access to the systems, and monitoring their traffic. Turner also added a reminder that voter registration information is the only information that is kept online, and the actual ballots in Sarasota County are paper.
We continue to watch a developing tropical system down in the Caribbean.
ABC 7's Bob Harrigan will tell us where it's headed with your First Alert forecast after the break.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC 7 is seeking a part-time news specialist for live news broadcasts, a public affairs show, and paid programs. Visit mysuncoast.com/joboftheday to apply.
Well, we thought we were going to get away with a dry day, but the storms popped up this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's pretty typical. We know we're looking for scattered showers and storms along the sea breeze front, even during a rather dry morning. We saw that with lots of sunshine around. That allowed temperatures to warm into the upper 80s, and we're talking about the tropics already, and the season hasn't even started yet, and looks as though we'll see the early start to this season. Since 1950, there have been about 6 storms that have developed in May and have moved into the Gulf of Mexico, basically. Titan radar picture, although not as active as it has been over the past several days, it's still firing up. There's enough moisture in the low levels of the atmosphere that it carries it up into the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere despite the dry air up there. And you can see that they kind of just blew up within the last hour and a half, 2 hours or so along that sea breeze front, which had penetrated inland. And now that sea breeze is being broken down as these showers try to progress toward the west. Lakewood Ranch has already had some moderate to heavy rainfall. We've seen that also into the meadows. And now this particular line is losing some of its strength, but it's kind of merging now just to the north of West Samoset and into Bradenton. There's some cities that it may have an impact in if it has and holds on as it makes its way to the west. And there's a chance that it could go all the way and get to the coast, but it's not as much of a chance as we've seen earlier along I-75. US 301 down to street level, some heavy rain. Lockwood Ridge Road, some heavy rainfall there near Tuttle Avenue. All this heading toward Whitfield and 63rd Avenue East, and as well into Bayshore Gardens in the next half hour or so. You'll notice this rain was rather intense, moving off to the west, and now it's turning to light rain there. Some heavier showers near Honore Avenue along I-75 heading toward US 41 now, and eventually out towards Siesta Key and Turtle Beach. Lakewood Ranch and up near Lake Sarasota, things have calmed down there temporarily. There are still some showers that possibly could develop behind this as well. Just due to the fact that we've had some pretty warm temperatures today, enough heat in the atmosphere to create some showers and storms. And then tomorrow, some clouds increasing. The moisture will be returning at all levels tomorrow, and that means a better chance for showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening. Look at all the dry air out here in the west Gulf of Mexico, but you can see that patch of dry air making its way in across our area. It's a rather thin line of dry air, though, so we're not counting on that to be around too much longer throughout the day tomorrow. Boy, big storms firing up near that center of low pressure just off the Yucatan Peninsula. That low pressure area will track northward in time and eventually get into the Gulf of Mexico, where water temperatures are 84, 85 degrees here. It has a chance, and conditions are going to become a little bit more favorable for development. So I think we will see a tropical low moving in through the Gulf over the course of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 83 right now, clouds, and we have an east wind, and we had double rainbow last night. We'll probably see some more rainbows around tonight. 88 was the high today, 87 is our normal. The color enhanced satellite imagery does show deep convection developing what appears to be a center just off the coast of the Yucatan there, and it looks as though still quite a bit of shear going on, so it's a poorly organized system. This is Sunday at 9 o'clock. If we follow the GFS, it will move right through west central Florida, then eventually move off toward the Carolinas, Georgia, and then do kind of a loop back toward the west in time. But we'll still be in a pretty good chance for showers and storms if it does follow that GFS model. If it follows the model closer toward Louisiana, then we'll still get a pretty good rain chance here, but it looks like it won't be as intense if we get the American model to show up, and that could be on our doorstep, as I mentioned, on Saturday. Saturday would be the heaviest rainfall. 7-day forecast looks like this. Good chance for scattered late-day storms tomorrow, 86 for a high, and then we'll see chances of changing to 70% for some more tropical downpours on Friday. Saturday looks to be our wettest day, Saturday and Saturday night, and into Sunday morning, good chances. And then, if everything goes as planned, and there's a lot of uncertainty in that plan, the rain chances could drop to 40% on Monday, but that's really uncertain at this point, depending upon the future track and movement of our low pressure. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. It has been generations since Sarasota or Manatee counties took a direct hit from a hurricane.
But is it because the Suncoast is somehow blessed by an ancient ritual? Well, probably not.
Regardless, legends like these are part of Suncoast lore. ABC 7's Adam Cellini shows us this, where this and some of our other local mysteries all come from.
There are two parts to any area's history: what we read and what we're told through stories.
History is really basically stories. People are collecting stories and transferring them from generation to generation.
It's up to historians like Manatee County's Kathy Slusser to match the two. But on the Suncoast, the records only go to the mid-19th century. Physical evidence, however, of native settlers goes back thousands of years and fuels one of our most prominent and timely stories.
A long time ago, Indians put a spell on Sarasota so that Basically, it protects us from hurricanes.
There was an Indian burial ground, and like it's protected or something.
After what I saw with Irma, I believe it.
In fact, Hurricane Irma drove dozens to the ancient native settlements at historic Spanish Point.
We had a number of people coming out to the site to pray or to chant, to basically ask that the hurricane not come and hit Sarasota.
But why? For some, it's George Chapline's tall tale about an Indian chief's love affair with Hernando de Soto's fictional daughter, Sarah, who died from an illness.
Chi-Chi, along with 100 braves, canoed out here with Sarah, and then supposedly hacked holes in the canoes and sank with her. And that is supposed to be the basis of why Sarasota is protected.
And just this year, divers stumbled on a real underwater burial ground near Manasota Key.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if someone came forward in the future and suggested that because of that very important site, that's why Manasota Key is protected.
Local anthropology professor Uzi Baram was so fascinated when he first heard the myth, he published research about it.
We know there's dangers in the world, we know there's things to worry about, but luckily, we have this mystical safety. The problem is it's not correct.
The fact is, multiple hurricanes hit our area in the 1840s and again in 1921. Even Hurricanes Charlie and Irma left a considerable mark. But other folklore isn't so easy to dismiss. Out here at Myakka River State Park, another legend lurking around in the trees. You may have heard of Bigfoot, but here it's called something different. Meet the Myakka skunk ape, the subject of this photo sent anonymously to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office in 2000, and many believe was captured again in this shaky video shot over a decade later. Jeff Cook believes it left this footprint near his home less than a mile from the park.
I don't have a dog in the fight on whether Bigfoot actually exists or not. I don't expect anybody to believe it unless they've seen it for themselves.
Cook says he has seen it, right in the park, just a couple of feet from the main road.
I just turned and looked at it. We both had wide eyes, and I said, hey! And at that point, it sort of quickly meandered off.
He says neighbors have stories as well, and they respect those who come looking for the creature.
When we've had people from out of town come into town for that sort of thing, they don't get treated like kooks.
From a Sasquatch living among us to the dead walking among us, Liz Reed and the Paranormal Society of Bradenton say there's plenty of proof, especially near the Ringling Mansion.
We've got activity on the whole block. It's very active there. We've caught shadows. We've caught John talking to us. If you go into the music room at New College and you play a opera song and have a tape recorder going, you may pick up their son Robert either singing or him saying at the end, I sang that song.
Another spooky spot, Main Street in downtown Bradenton, and a bar called Councils. During the day, Councils in Bradenton entertains people with burgers and drinks and pool, but during the night, they continue to entertain, except this time their guests come from the spirit world. Reed and her team recently investigated at the owner's request, catching some sounds and
Oh my God.
the holy grail of ghost hunting. An apparition.
And I know there's people out there that don't believe too, but you know, how can they explain something that's walking across a video camera?
For the owners, it's a badge of honor.
I mean, this is really cool.
I feel like they bring people back here.
And sure, while weather and beaches may usually bring people back to the Suncoast, it can't hurt to have a few local mysteries. In Sarasota and Manatee counties, Adam Cellini, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Adam. Well, some of these legends have exceeded local folklore. In 2015, Myakka River State Park and the skunk ape were featured on the popular Discovery Channel show, Finding Bigfoot.
Skunk ape because he doesn't smell so good.
Peterson Toyota of Sarasota offers hundreds of models to choose from. And now you can take your shopping experience to the next level with SRQ Plus. You'll love its added benefits exclusively at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota or toyotaofsarasota.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day?
With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
A new kind of circus is coming to the Suncoast. You may have noticed already the big black and red circus tent. It's up now along US 41 in Palmetto, along with a hearse covered in skeletons. This is all part of a new circus opening in June from the creators of Cirque Italia. Unlike other circus shows, the creator says Paranormal Cirque offers audiences something a little more supernatural, and it is not for the faint of heart.
This is not the normal haunting house. This is the castle of Paranormal. Yeah, one shot, first shot in the United States, here in Palmetto.
Opening night is June 7th, and it'll be here through the 17th of the month before it moves on to Ocala. The show, by the way, is designed for mature audiences, and any children under 18 are not allowed without parental consent.
I actually really want to see this. I'm a big fan of haunted houses and spooky little things like that, so this looks pretty cool.
Be right down your alley. Sounds like, yeah. Still some rain around tonight, right?
Yeah, some showers right now moving through and a few isolated thunderstorms as well. We'll see that scattered about through the next couple of hours and then clearing after midnight. Rain chances staying elevated through most of the next 7 days.
All right, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small, so Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.